Pour, pour, pour.
Oh, that's perfect!
Oh, that's perfect!
That's absolutely perfect.
Yeah, that looks like milkshake consistency.
What's up, everybody? I'm JB.
And I'm Jamie.
And today we're checking out the Modern Comfort blenderx. So this is actually a battery-powered blender, and it's pretty freaking cool. So let's go ahead and check it out. And you can use this for all sorts of things, like camping or tailgating, like making margaritas, frappuccinos.
Yeah, you can bring it camping with you, make smoothies in the morning when you wake up so that you get a nice protein burst.
All right, so it comes with this sweet waterproof bag. Clips like this, has a nice handle right here, pretty sweet. And that bag's actually really heavy duty, and you can use the bag for all kinds of stuff. You could actually just use this for a straight waterproof bag to put like your shoes or something in. It works really well.
It feels like a roof bag that's waterproof. Like, it seems like it's going to be really durable.
Yeah. So, you have, of course, your cup. You have the DC charger, just a small little charger. Now, it does take about 3.5 hours to fully charge, and I do not know the battery life, so I'm not sure how many drinks you're going to be able to make out of this, but I'm assuming it's going to last a little while. Now, feels pretty nice. Check this out. So, it's got this nice metal or like aluminum housing. And if I bring in my Ninja blender, this is what we typically use, and let's just stack this on here real quick. You can see that they're roughly the same size. This is a little bit smaller here. This base is actually pretty huge. Mm-hmm. But altogether, they're roughly about the same height.
Pretty close. The cups are the same size.
They are. The Ninja's definitely quite a bit heavier. Now, the Ninja is about 3 times more powerful than this right here, than the blenderx. The blenderx is either 260 or 280 watts, and the Ninja is 900 watts. Now, that being said, this little thing is actually pretty beastly. It does not seem like it's 1/3 of the power of this, really. It really seems like a competitor to it, especially considering, again, it's completely cordless. It's completely battery operated, and I would not expect this to even be able to crush up ice at all. And it's pretty surprising how well this works, I'd say.
I like that it has a little carrying case for the blade too, so you don't have to worry about the blade hitting anything and getting messed up.
Yeah, check that out. So,
that's nice.
Blade guard right here, blade guard on, boom. So pretty nice. Now I will say, that's the only fault that I think of the blenderx is the blade. So if I compare this to the Ninja here, you can see that the Ninja has much thicker blades than the blenderx. Now, that being said, like I said, this crushes up ice great. Usually there's only slight bits of large chunks left at the very end when I'm making a Frappuccino, but I think if they just made the blade a little bit larger, then this blender could perform like twice as good at least. Now, let's go ahead and make a Frappuccino just to show you guys how well this thing works. A simple Frappuccino, this is something that I make all the time for Jamie.
I love Frappuccinos.
Okay,
they're so
we're
good.
gonna start with ice. Got like 5 or 6 ice cubes here. I'm going to dump in my espresso. This is from my Nespresso machine. If you've never used a Nespresso machine, it's freaking awesome. It's so much better than the Keurig. We actually have a review on it, and I'll link that up here somewhere. And the most important thing, I think, in a good Frappuccino is Cool Whip. Without Cool Whip or ice cream, then you end up with a really icy and slushy consistency instead of getting it creamy. Now, this has been sitting out a while, so it's like super melty, but...
Yeah, I like frozen Cool Whip. 1
for me, and 2 for that. That might be enough. You'll actually want a nice chunk of it. And there's not a lot of sugar in Cool Whip, so you don't have to worry about that. It's actually a good thing about this drink is why Jamie likes it, because there's not a ton of sugar in it. This is our Oreo creamer. We use this all the time. Again, there's not a lot of sugar in this, especially when you compare to like a Starbucks drinks that has like, I don't even know, 50, 70, 80 grams of sugar, I assume. They have a lot.
2 tablespoons of this is only 2 grams of sugar.
A little bit of milk, creamer, boom, ice, and we're good to go. Now, one really good thing, as I'm talking about making a Frappuccino, is using maple syrup. Maple syrup, we discovered recently, is really, really awesome. Okay.
It is so good.
Now, all you have to do for this is there's a little tab here on the side. You just line that tab up with the notch here in the side of the blender, just like that. Turn it, it's locked into place. Now it's ready to go. Press and hold the button down and let her rip. Hi, buddy. You always want to pulse it for a few times when you're doing, when you're crushing ice or making an espresso. the nice thing about this, being cordless, is that you can kind of pick it up and give it a little bit of a shake.
That would be really good for margaritas.
Sounds pretty good.
I don't hear any ice left.
All right, so go ahead and just twist it, unclick it, boom. And now again, you can drink straight up from this bottle. It has this lid right here, screw-on cap right here, and then what's cool about this is it has a screw-on cap for the top. Instead of being a flip-top cap, it screws on that way. It's going to be waterproof. You can throw it in your bag and you don't have to worry about it opening up. However, let's go ahead and do a pour. Let's do a pour. All right, let's see what this looks like. Ready?
Pour, pour, pour.
Oh, that's perfect!
Oh, that's perfect!
That's absolutely perfect.
Yeah, that looks like milkshake consistency.
Go for it.
Yeah. There's still little bits of ice, but that's what you want when you make a Frappuccino. It was so good.
You're right. Yeah, like I was saying before, there's the absolute tiniest chunks of ice that would normally be completely crushed up and smooth if you use like a normal home blender, because it does have more power, but you're talking a third less power and it's almost the exact same drink. I can totally deal with that tiny little bit of extra ice.
For how much lighter it is than the Ninja and how much smaller it is than that, for carrying it around with you in your car or to go camping, this is going to be really nice.
Absolutely, dude. I'm not sure the price of this, actually off the top of my head. I'll put it right here, but I honestly don't think it's that much. I want to say it was like around 60 bucks. Can't remember. Price right there. But I'll have links for this down below if you guys want to check it out. Pretty sweet blender. I'm really surprised that a battery-powered blender can actually crush up ice and work almost as well as a home 900-watt powered blender. So, if you guys like this video, you know what to do. Hit the thumbs up. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye, everyone.
Peace.